Okay. And the first thing that I want to do is to set up a React application. And the way we'll do that, we'll create a client folder in the root here. So right next to the README, we'll open up the terminal. Now, technically you can do it using your computer's terminal, but in my case, I'm going to use the integrated one, the one that is available in Visual Studio Code. We want to navigate to the folder we just created. So cd client, and then we'll create a boilerplate React application by running npx, and the command is create React app. And then we go with dot, which essentially just means that the name is going to be exactly the same as the folder where we're working in. So in our case, that is going to be a client. Now that will take a little bit of time. So most likely I will pause the video while the install takes place. And then once I'm done, I'm going to set up editor and browser side by side. That is usually my preference as I'm working. So that way I can show you the immediate things on a small screen. And then if I ever need to showcase something on a big screen, I can just navigate here as well. And then lastly, I'll show you where I want you to copy and paste. And I'll talk about why it's so important. The assets from the complete project. So let's get cracking. And the first thing, like I said, I want to create a folder. I'm going to call this client, and then we'll open up the terminal, the integrated one. The shortcut is Control and tilde, and then we want to go here with cd client. So we're navigating to that folder, and once we're here, like I said, the command is npx create React app, and then dot, which essentially is going to set up that boilerplate React application. And like I mentioned previously, this is going to take a little bit of time, so I will stop the video and I'll resume once everything is up and running. And as a quick side note, if you get this error while running npx create React app, one of the possible solutions is to add latest to the command. So the entire command you're looking for is going to be npx, then create React app, and you want to add at and latest, and then whatever name of the project. So in my case, I'm just going to go with project name. So if you get this error, try running this command instead. And once you do that, everything should work as expected. And once we have our React application in place, I think I forgot to add one more step, where essentially we want to spin up the dev server. And if we take a look at the package.json, the command is npm start. So let me add that in README, where we'll go with npm start. And then since I'm already in a client, what I can simply do is just type npm start. So now we're spinning up the dev server. And like I said, I'm going to set them up side by side. Now you don't have to, but I already explained my reasoning for that. So let me make this one smaller for now. The same is going to be with this one. And now I'm just going to set them side by side. Now this is a Mac thing, so this has nothing to do with Visual Studio Code or anything like that. So we'll set them side by side. Now there's a bunch of boilerplate code, which we will effectively remove in the following videos. And the last thing that I actually want to do here is get those assets. Now it's very important that you copy and paste, because what you need to keep in mind that the project, the complete project, is still using those resources. So if you'll just go here, take the assets, basically remove them and place it in your current project, yeah, everything is going to work in the current project. But if you'll ever try to spin up the complete one, well, there's going to be some bugs. So what I want you to do is navigate to the complete project. Again, we're looking for the client, then more specifically, we're looking for the source, and then the assets. So in my case, I'm going to copy this folder, and then we want to navigate back to our current project. So in my case, Jobify, then client, and then the source, and then just paste the folder. So now I have my assets in my project. Again, very, very important that you leave the assets still in the complete one if you ever want to spin up the final project. So in my case, I'm just going to double check. Now in the source, I should have assets. And if you have everything in place, the same as me, then we can move on to the next step, which is going to be cleaning out the boilerplate code in our React application.